So growing up, you have to get your shots and all that for school, so you don't really have a choice to do that, right? So I got to do that, and then I didn't get the flu shot for a very long time. So I actually got my first flu shot as an adult in 2017, I think, and that was because my job required it. So I was working for a research institution at the time, and I had to be compliant. And if I did not get my flu shot, they would have locked me out of the building. So growing up, my parents were always very big on things, like hygiene and like personal well-being. And part of that was vaccinations. And so as a child, when you don't really have much say in whether or not you're vaccinated, I was lucky enough that my parents, made that a precedent.
So did any of you happen to notice the flu shot sign downstairs?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, I saw it and I kind of got curious myself, so I started looking up some videos and stuff. You gotta check out this one I found here.
I would mostly say that I got the flu once and decided that was the closest thing to death that I ever wanted to experience. At least it felt like it at the time. So I remember I got the flu when I was in high school, was really sick, got the flu, strep throat, and an ear infection all at the same time. And I remember being like, I don't ever want to experience that again. Actually, my grandma was a nurse, so we always spoke about medicine and the importance of keeping good health and trusting science to do what's best, particularly when it comes to taking it in your own hands and going to see the doctor, staying healthy, and getting shots.
And then that kind of carried over into adulthood when it became my own responsibility. It was something I saw the importance of keeping up with.
I never got sick. I've been pretty lucky up till now. But once we had our little girls, my wife was getting the vaccine prior to us ever meeting or anything. And she's, when we had the girls, she said, hey, you should think about getting them done now. And I was like, yeah, probably,
I think people's concerns are real, and so I always try to hear why they're what are the concerns they have with them. A lot of times what I find is that it's not necessarily founded in science. A lot of it is founded in just the fear or what they've heard or what they've seen. So I really just try to listen to what they say and then counter it with what I do know to be the opposite.
A couple of guys at work, particularly, who believe that, say, getting the flu shot will make you get the flu, or even worse, have certain theories that they'll get infected with something, or people will get autism and so on. There are plenty of studies now that show that it's harmless and it is preventative, so it's beneficial.
So for instance, people say, well, I got the flu when I got the flu shot. Well, it's not possible for the kind of flu shot you're getting to get the flu because of the shot.
All these doctors and scientists that have gone to school, they've dedicated their vast majority of their lives to this. It's like there's no conspiracy, there's no reason for them to lie. There's nothing they're going to gain from it.
There's a history in this country of Black people being mistreated or treated for things without their consent or knowledge. I've got a 96-year-old great uncle. He is a World War II vet, and he doesn't trust hospitals.
So I think that's some of that generational things that you hear. So the older family members, they do remember things like the Tuskegee, experiments and all that. And so that's something that I think with any research, you have people of color who are a little bit hesitant because we have been experimented on so much in the past.
I really do think it comes down to trust in the media and authority figures, though. I mean, it's just, if somebody has told you half-truths in the past and then they're trying to tell you it's you should get this shot or you should do this very specific thing, it can be hard to trust those group of authority figures in the future.
But to me, it's important for communities of color to get the flu shot because it's a simple, very easy, oftentimes free step into ensuring your well-being and that of those around you.
For me, it's for the people around me. It's I know at this point in my life I'm in good health. If I got the flu, it wouldn't be the end of the world for me. I might not even, notice that I'm ill, but there are people that I care about that I want to protect.
I think it also goes back to like us trying to protect our neighbor and protect our loved ones,
I was kind of raised in this belief that if you take care of yourself well, then you're able to kind of give the best you can to the outside world, whether that be your friends or your partner or your parents and so on.
Protecting yourself and others surrounding you, it's very important. They show that they are effective.
You take care of yourself as a way to take care of the world as well.
I would just want them to know that their lives matter and that these are in place to help us all ultimately. And so while I know it can be a little bit scary, there can be some uncertainty around there, that they're in place to just really help us to thrive and keep living. So I just encourage everyone to mask up, get their flu vaccines, and just to put their health first, and just know that there's value in getting that for yourself, and just find people that you trust to talk to you about it. Go to where you trust to get it, but just get it.
I think it's important to get a flu shot because the healthier you could remain and as much out of the hospital that you can stay, you should do everything preventative you absolutely can.